Assessment Quickies, Student Learning Outcome Assessment in 10 Easy Steps. Step 4, SLOs and Curriculum Mapping. Hi, and welcome to Assessment Quickies, a brief primer on assessing student learning outcome in 10 steps. This is podcast number 4, Mapping SLOs to the Curriculum. My name is Michelle, and with the help of Professor Walter, we will provide answers to the most commonly asked questions about assessment. By the end of this podcast, you will be able to map your student learning outcomes to your degree curriculum.
What is curriculum mapping?
Curriculum mapping is pinpointing where in the curriculum students have opportunities to master the SLOs. It also looks at how well the curriculum supports student learning on the SLOs.
And why is curriculum mapping important?
Curriculum mapping provides a framework for the degree program. It identifies where learning occurs, supports successful student learning, and eliminates duplication of content in different courses.
What does a curriculum map look like?
First, you create a matrix that has as many columns as you have SLOs and as many rows as you have required courses. Second, write the names of the SLOs across the tops of the columns. And third, write the names of the required courses down the left-hand side. Fourth, make an X in the box if an SLO is part of a required course. Here you can see a matrix that shows a program with 4 SLOs and 3 required courses. There is an X in the box wherever an SLO can be found in a required course. Now, when you have assembled your curriculum map, you can ask these questions about it. Are you sure that you've only listed required courses? Are all student learning outcomes addressed by at least one required course? Do some SLOs get more coverage than others? And are there any required courses that don't address any of your program level student learning outcomes?
Okay, we have our curriculum map. Now what?
Now you should examine syllabi for the required courses. Does each course syllabus list at least one of the program level SLOs as a course level objective? Are the same outcomes listed on all syllabi for multi-section courses, no matter who is teaching them?
What if one SLO is not covered in any course?
Well, you need to decide if this SLO is really important to your program. If not, then just drop it from the program level list. Decide where it could be covered in the required courses. Remember, all required courses must contribute to at least one program level SLO.
What if one of our SLOs, such as using statistical software, is covered in all our required courses?
You can decide where in the curriculum is the best place to address this student learning outcome. You can build student learning success through introduction, practice, and mastery. So the curriculum map can be rewritten to specify where in the curriculum each SLO is introduced, practiced, or where students finally demonstrate their mastery by using an I, a P, or a D in the appropriate box instead of an X. For this curriculum map, you should ask, are all the SLOs first introduced and then reinforced? Are students expected to show high levels of learning too early on? And do students get practice on all SLOs before being assessed? For example, the senior thesis?
How else is a curriculum map useful?
Well, it pinpoints where each SLO can be assessed, and it provides reasonable expectations for student learning across the curriculum.
So now are we going to talk about assessment?
Yes, in the next podcast, we'll explain how to choose ways to assess student learning on the SLOs throughout the degree program. And thanks for tuning in to this podcast.